Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. A morning without Hoda. The familiar chime of the Today Show theme music filled Studio 1A, the bright lights bouncing off the sleek news desk as the camera zoomed in on Savannah Guthrie and Craig Melvin. Good morning everybody, welcome to Today. I'm Savannah Guthrie. And I'm Craig Melvin. Craig interjected smoothly, flashing a grin at the camera. As they launched into the day's headlines, everything on the surface seemed normal. The transitions were seamless, the energy was high, and the chemistry between the anchors remained strong. But something felt different. It had been just over a month since Hoda Kotb left Today after 17 years, stepping away from the relentless early morning grind to spend more time with her two young daughters. While the entire team supported her decision, her absence was a void they hadn't quite figured out how to fill, and today it was especially noticeable. The F1 debate begins. Midway through the show, Carson Daly took the reins for Pop Start, the segment dedicated to entertainment news. As usual, Al Roker and Willie Geist joined him, filling in for Craig, who had stepped away for another segment. "All right, guys, let's talk about F1, Carson announced, his voice brimming with enthusiasm. This new film is going to be huge. Brad Pitt, Kerry Condon, Damson Idris, and Lewis Hamilton producing. Come on, this is next-level stuff." Al nodded, already hyped. "You know I'm all about authenticity, and the fact that they're using real F1 cars, actual races, and no CGI. This is going to be something special." Willie chimed in, adjusting his glasses. F1 has exploded in popularity over the last few years, and honestly, it's about time Hollywood caught up. The three men continued excitedly, bouncing off one another, analyzing everything from the cinematography to the adrenaline-fueled action sequences. Meanwhile, Savannah sat sandwiched between them, hands clasped under her chin as she watched them geek out. Finally, she let out a dramatic sigh. "Can I just say something?" The men turned to her. "I'm really missing some lady energy right now," she lamented, shaking her head with a playful smile. Carson smirked. "Savannah, are you saying you're not as thrilled about high-speed race cars as we are?" "Shocking, I know," she quipped, tilting her head. "I mean, don't get me wrong, the movie sounds great, but I just know if Hoda were here, she'd back me up. We'd find something else to focus on." Brad Pitt enters the chat. At that moment, Savannah glanced across the studio, spotting Jenna Bush-Haver standing by for the Morning Boost segment. A mischievous glint flashed in her eyes. "Jenna," she called out, waving dramatically, "can we please talk about something important?" Jenna immediately caught on. "Savannah, I thought you'd never ask." Savannah turned back to Carson, Al, and Willie, shaking her head. "You guys are over here drooling over engines." "Legitimate cinematic achievements," Willie corrected. "But what I take away from this is Brad Pitt." Jenna gasped, placing a hand over her heart. "Savannah, thank you. That's what I'm saying. Can we just talk about how Brad Pitt has never looked better?" Carson, amused but unshaken, shrugged. "He is a great actor, you know." Savannah leaned in, narrowing her eyes. "Yes, Carson, but let's be real, he also happens to be Brad Pitt." Carson chuckled. "He's more than just man meat, Savannah." Al threw his hands up. Okay, I can admit. Brad Pitt is aging like fine wine. Happy?" "Extremely," Savannah replied with a satisfied smile. "Jenna, are you with me, Queen?" Jenna pointed a dramatic finger. 100%. The entire group burst into laughter, the energy in the studio shifting back into its usual fun, easygoing rhythm. The unseen absence. Despite the playful banter, the moment highlighted something deeper. Hoda's absence was felt in more ways than one. She had always been the perfect counterbalance, effortlessly navigating between serious news and lighthearted moments. Whether it was weighing in on pop culture, offering words of wisdom, or just flashing her signature megawatt smile, Hoda had a way of making every discussion feel warm and inclusive. Without her, the dynamics had shifted. Savannah was holding her own, but there were moments, like today, when it was clear she missed her longtime partner in crime. And the viewers noticed, too. Social media lit up with reactions. This convo about Brad Pitt versus F1 is hilarious, but Savannah is right. We need more lady energy. We miss you, Hoda. Carson, Al, and Willie geeking out over F1, while Savannah is just waiting for someone to back her up. Hoda would have had her back. Today Show. Jenna stepping in for Hoda on this one is everything. Reunite them soon, please. Reunited but never apart. Though Hoda had physically stepped away from Today, she remained close with her NBC family. Just this past weekend, while on vacation in Palm Beach, Savannah had unexpectedly run into her. The reunion was a happy accident. They were both out enjoying the Florida sun, and as soon as they saw each other, they embraced like no time had passed. Later that evening, Savannah posted a beaming selfie of them together, captioning it, "Oh, and a bonus at Hoda Kotb sighting for a little extra." The internet exploded with excitement. And just a few weeks before that, Hoda, Savannah, and Jenna had reunited for a girls' night. Just the three of them, catching up over dinner and wine. Savannah had shared a photo from the evening, writing, "Reunited, but never really apart. A new chapter." Back in Studio 1A, as the morning show wrapped up, Savannah lingered at the news desk. The cameras had stopped rolling, the crew was resetting for the next segment, and the morning buzz was fading into the background. Craig walked over, noticing the thoughtful look on her face. "Thinking about Hoda again?" he asked knowingly. Savannah sighed, then nodded with a small smile. "Yeah, this morning just reminded me of how much I miss her. The way she could switch between being serious and goofy in a heartbeat, how she always had my back in these conversations. It's just different without her." Craig nodded, leaning on the desk. "Yeah, I feel it too. But you know Hoda, she's still with us in her own way." Savannah chuckled. "I know, and she's thriving. I'm just selfish and miss her on set." Craig grinned. "Well, she's not gone forever. And honestly, I think we just need to schedule more girls' nights, maybe film one as a segment." Savannah lit up at the idea. "Now that is a concept I can get behind." As the studio lights dimmed, Savannah gathered her notes and took one last glance at the cameras. Hoda might not be in the chair beside her every morning, but she was never truly gone. She was there in the laughter, in the moments of connection, in the friendships that transcended the newsroom. And that, in the end, was what Today was all about.